Okay.
Okay, so that means transaction means what is the transaction?
Uh,
Set of actions. Okay, set of actions is nothing but one transaction. Suppose example, take a amount to transfer bank account. Okay, suppose you selected your beneficiary name in your account, and you are sending some money to your friend account. So in that case, you just selected the account number and send $1,000. Okay, so first the amount will be deducted from your account. That is one action. Okay, after some time the amount will be credited to your friend account. That is another action. Okay, the complete these two actions we can say one transaction.
yeah.
Okay,
The two actions.
sending and receiving. Sending is one action and receiving is one action.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, I can understand. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
your voice is breaking. I'm not audible proper.
I can hear you properly. It's very clear.
No, no, I am not audible.
1 second. What about now? Hello? Hello?
Hello,
Yeah, yeah. I can hear you properly, Rambabu. I don't know. You're saying
one
like,
moment. ఎవరు? So these are all the terms we use from Java. Okay, so
yeah.
these are all the Java basics.
Okay.
Okay, and one more thing we have. I forget to tell you. JAST.
What is it?
JAS.
I never heard about this thing too.
JAWAS means Java um, authentication and authorization services.
Okay.
Java authentication and authorization services.
Okay.
Here, here authentication means
The Java code will authenticate with something and take a permission or whatever the thing and give authorization to.
authentication means here checking username and password. Okay, so authentication means checking username and password whether the username password is correct or not.
Correct or not, yeah.
Okay,
Checking the
authentication,
permissions, yeah.
checking the validating the username and password.
Yeah.
Okay, authorization. So authentication means checking username and password. Sometimes whenever you're trying to log in any application,
Yeah.
if you give wrong username and password, it will
Yeah.
show you authentication denied.
Yes.
Authentication denied. Please try with valid username and password. It will
Yes.
throw an error. So
Yeah.
that means authentication means checking the username and password in database side. Okay.
Yeah.
So here JAS is one API. Okay.
Okay.
So JAS is API. All are APIs only. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So Java authentication authorization is a one API which provides authentication and authorization services. This is
Okay.
from Java only, Java program only. Okay.
Okay.
Authentication means checking the username and password, and authorization means once we log in, we are the authorized person to do the all transactions.
Yes.
Okay, you are the you will have some privileges, you will have admin rights like that.
Yep.
So you are the authorized person to use that application. You can
Okay.
do anything in that application. So
Okay.
these services are coming from Java only,
Okay.
JAS. Okay. So this is about Java,
Yep.
and we will go with
Yeah.
WebLogic basics.
Okay.
Okay.
So what about the console options in WebLogic? It looks same like a VAS, or it looks a bit different, or different options or something like that.
Uh, Actually, VAS and WebLogic both are same functionality and I mean importance, but
Mm-hmm.
terminology, way of administration is
It's
different.
okay.
Okay. So WebLogic basics. So in this, first we will install the product before. Okay. Installation of WebLogic product.
Okay.
Okay. So along with installations, we will get only product files. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Product product files means some folders and files.
Okay.
Okay. Some
Mm.
folders and files in the installations directory. Okay.
Okay.
So using that product files, we have to configure WebLogic environment.
Yeah.
Okay. So for configuring WebLogic environment, we have domains.
Yeah.
Okay. So domains means it's a logical area.
So what do you call domains over here? We call that profiles, right?
Sorry.
In VAS we call it as a profiles, right?
Yes, yes, profiles.
So here
Correct.
it is a domains.
Yes, domains.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a logical area where we can create and manage application servers.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a logical boundary, nothing else. Okay.
Okay.
So domains are two types. First one is development mode domain,
Yeah.
and the second one is production mode domain. Okay. So development mode domain, it is used for testing, testing and evaluation,
Yeah.
testing and evaluation, and production is for live.
Yeah.
Okay. So only two domains having WebLogic have only two domains, two types of domains, a
Okay.
development mode domain and production mode domain.
Yep.
This is used by developers.
Okay.
Okay. Developers, administrators. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this domain we have servers. Okay. Server is nothing but which serves the services.
Yep.
Okay. Here we have two types of servers in WebLogic, two types of servers. Okay. And first one is admin server, admin server,
Mm-hmm.
admin server or administration server. administration server. Okay, and the second server is managed server. So admin server and managed server. Okay, if you take any domain in development mode domain or production mode domain,
Yep.
okay, any domain we have two servers,
Yep.
either development mode domain or production mode domain. Only two types of servers we have. First one is admin server and second one is managed server. Okay, so this admin server is used for administration. Okay, admin server
So that means it's like
advantages.
a DMJR.
Yes.
Okay, and it is a node,
Mm,
managed node. Here
yes.
you call it as a servers.
Normal application servers in WAS. Here we can call it as managed
Managed
servers.
server. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is for administration. This is for administration. Entire domain. Okay. Provides single point of administration. Stores the master configuration.
Yeah.
Not application server. It's not application server. Okay, it's a admin server. So not a application server means no deployments.
Yeah.
No deployments.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are all the features of admin server. Okay. So basically we can say it is the boss for the domain.
Yes.
Okay, any domain, development mode and production mode, we have admin server and managed servers also.
Yeah.
So coming to managed server, for application deployments, resource configuration. Resource means we have resources, right? JDBC, JMS,
Yeah.
clusters, these are all the resources.
Yeah.
So resource configuration, we use managed servers. We cannot group admin servers. Only managed servers we can group.
Yeah.
Okay, every domain have only one server, that is called admin server.
Yeah.
So in the same domain we can create number of managed servers.
Managed servers. Yeah.
Okay, admin server is single for a domain. We cannot create multiple admin servers, but we can create number of managed servers.
Okay.
Okay, so these two types of servers we have in WebLogic.
Okay.
Okay, and clusters. See, in WAS WebSphere For DMGR profile, we
Yeah.
cannot create application servers, right?
Yes, yes. You can't create anything over there. It's
Yes,
an
yes.
administration process. Like when you create an
Mm,
DMGR, when you configure an DMGR profile, you get one cell node and one admin console.
yeah, correct. But
So you
here,
can't deploy. Yeah.
in domain,
Mm-hmm.
every domain have one admin server by default, and under the same domain we can create managed servers. We
Okay.
cannot create managed servers individually like in VAS. In VAS we have profile application server profile. Like
Yeah.
this we don't have a separate thing.
Okay.
Only the domain, under domain we have to create admin server and managed server as well.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a logical group of
Even VAS as well. VAS ND you can't do without DMJR, right? Suppose like if you want to go for a clustered environment or like that ND
mm,
you can do. If you go to base, you can create only profiles. Like you can create
yeah,
only managed servers. So there you don't need DMJR.
in base we cannot create multiple
Yeah,
I mean, there is no concept of
DMJR.
DMGR.
Yeah.
Okay, only that is a standalone application server.
Yeah, it's a standalone application. So when you come to ND network deployment,
We cannot create multiple servers and all.
yeah,
There is no
it's a
cluster
single,
also.
yeah, it's a single server environment. Of course, you
Mm,
don't need it. Yeah,
yes,
yes.
the WebSphere is very complex.
Okay.
I used to give training
Mm-hmm.
10 days. See, all profile installation will take 10 sessions
Yeah, okay.
because lot of things
So
there,
you
na?
think VAS is bit tough to learn?
Yeah, VAS is complex, right?
Oh my God.
VAS is very critical architecture, that one. So it is not
Okay.
easy to understand. WebLogic is very simple. Only two servers have, only
Okay.
two domains have. And
Mm-hmm.
the two domains we use only production domain. We
Okay.
don't use development domain. We use only production domain. Only one domain and admin server and manage server. That's it.
Okay.
Clusters. There
Okay.
is
I
no
thought
profile.
VAS is very easy. You're saying WebLogic
WebLogic
is
is very easy. In VAS we have seven profiles
seven
and
profiles.
yeah, different servers. Each and
Yeah.
every profile contains different servers for different purposes.
Yes.
But here only two servers, admin server and manage server. That's it.
Managed server. Okay.
Okay. So then coming to clusters, cluster is a logical group of um, application servers.
So which sector you are working on? What is your domain right now? I'm not talking about
Mine,
the profiles. Like what domain you are working on? Banking or manufacturing domain?
mine is agriculture domain.
Okay.
Earlier, I have worked for insurance domain.
Okay.
Earlier, before that, I have worked for IRCTC also. It's
Okay.
a
Yeah.
railway site, Indian railway website.
Okay. Okay.
I did all our government projects only in my career.
Okay. Okay.
Insurance and banking I never did. Insurance I did and electronics I did. Now I'm working with agriculture domain.
Okay. Okay.
My company is Monsanto.
Monsanto. Okay.
Monsanto. It is a US based agriculture company.
Mm-hmm.
US based agriculture company. It is number one company in US now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
World number one company, agriculture company.
Okay.
They will produce. I mean the production is pesticides
Okay.
and seeds and pesticides.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a logical group of WebSphere uh, application servers work as a uh, single server.
Okay.
Okay, so it is a group, but it acts as a single server.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so and here we have two types of clusters. First one is
Horizontal,
horizontal.
vertical, and hybrid. Here there is no hybrid clustering in
No, no.
WebLogic.
Yes,
Only
yes.
two type of clusters.
Mm,
WAS you got a hybrid as well, right?
mm. Horizontal cluster, and second one is vertical. Vertical cluster. You know the difference of horizontal and vertical, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same. It's a single server environment. It supports only single server, single host. If you go for
Yes.
vertical clustering, you will get
Multiple hosts.
multiple hosts.
Mm.
It
Yes, that's
supports
it.
a failover and high scalability failover and availability
Mm.
mechanisms. Yeah.
Mm. Yes, correct. The same concept here also. Okay, and the cluster have three advantages: high availability,
Scalability and failover mechanism.
mm, high availability, load balancing.
Mm-hmm. And session management as well.
Yes, yes, session also. Three, but session we don't use much because we used to maintain. I mean, normal. I mean, it is very critical business application. We will go with session management, like bank.
Yep.
Bank is very critical,
Yes.
so
Yep.
we will use for bank. Okay, scalable. Okay, and the fourth one is session management with replication groups.
Okay.
Okay, so here high availability means suppose if this I mean uh, application is deployed in cluster level.
Yep.
Okay, so that application will be deployed all the cluster members.
Yep.
Suppose I have three servers in the cluster, then
Yep.
the application automatically deploys in the
Deployed in
three
each
cluster
server.
members.
Yep.
Yes. If any server goes down while serving the services,
Yep.
another server take the responsibility to handle that request. That
Yes.
is called high availability. Okay.
Yep.
And coming to load balancing, it balance the load which are comes from the client.
Yep.
Here for load balancing, we use three types of algorithms.
Yep.
First one is round robin,
Yep.
and the second one is weight based,
Yep.
and third one is random.
Okay.
Okay, so these three types of algorithms will provide load balancing. Okay, so round robin means the request is will be round. Suppose example, this is my manage server 1. Okay,
Yep.
and this is manage server 2, and
Yep.
this is manage server 3.
Yep.
Okay, these three are in one cluster.
One
Imagine
cluster.
like that, cluster 1.
Yep.
Okay, so I have deployed some ATM application in this cluster. Okay,
Yep.
so
Yep.
that application will be
Deployed.
automatically deploys all the three cluster members.
Yep.
Okay, so now my question is, suppose if any client request for the services, which server will respond first?
Server one. It will
How?
go three of. It will go to three.
Mm. That means the request is three times, right? You suppose you are drawing money $1,000,
Yep.
you will get $3,000 instead of $1,000. Is it correct?
No, no, no. What I'm saying is,
Mm.
it is not like that. It won't show three type of transactions. Okay.
Mm.
If suppose this server one responds to a request,
Mm.
That thing will go with a server 1, okay? If in
Mhm.
case, it's like a backup thing, you know. How can I explain to you?
I understood if the server 1 is getting problem, it will go to server 2 until unless the server
Server,
will respond. You
yes,
are saying.
that's
So
what I'm
that
saying.
is yeah, that is your thinking. But here the three servers are same.
Mm-hmm.
So the request is coming to the cluster.
Yeah,
Okay, at the time the cluster maintaining these algorithms.
yep,
Okay, so according to this algorithm, the
mm-hmm.
request come and hit the particular server.
Yep,
Okay, suppose you are selected round robin algorithm for the cluster. Okay,
mm-hmm.
that is administrator job. We have to configure. So while configuring the cluster, we have to decide which load balancer algorithm for this application.
Okay,
Okay, suppose if I select round robin algorithm for this cluster, first
mm-hmm.
request comes to MS1,
Yep,
second request MS2,
yep,
third request MS3,
okay,
fourth request MS1,
yep.
fifth, sixth, like
Okay, it's like, yep,
round robin. Okay,
mm,
so without algorithm we cannot expect the
okay.
request goes to three servers and these three servers will
Will
respond at a
respond.
time.
Okay.
So at the time that is very difficult, right?
Mm-hmm.
And weight based means we have to give
All the
weight
requests
for the
will go
servers.
to number one and then,
No,
uh,
no, no. We have to give weights for these servers.
okay,
Suppose MS1 is capable of 1000 requests. Okay, and server to MS2 has 10,000 requests
uh,
capacity. Okay,
yep,
and MS3 have only 5,000 requests.
okay,
Imagine like that. Okay,
yep,
weight we have to give manually weight.
yep, yep,
Okay, so according to that weight, the request go and hit the particular server.
okay,
Okay, first the request comes to MS2,
yep,
second MS1, third
yep,
MS3, again MS2, like
yep,
that we have to give.
yep,
Okay, and random algorithm means we cannot expect which server will respond. That is taken care by server, I mean cluster
cluster,
itself.
okay,
Okay,
yep,
so that is nothing but load balancing.
mm-hmm. Okay,
And scalability means if you want to add, we can add one more server here,
yep,
MS4, or if you want to remove existing server, we can remove as per our requirement and I mean environment. So that is scalability. Okay,
okay,
if the
yep,
cluster is running, there is no problem. We can add and remove the servers
yes,
from the cluster. That
yes,
is scalability. Okay, so fourth one is session management. Session management, it maintain the session so to avoiding transactions.
okay,
Okay, for that we have to create replication groups and backend servers. Okay, while the transaction is going, the same data, the same transaction information will be saved in backend server.
yep,
Okay, if the front end server is down, the transaction will start from that session.
session, yep,
Okay, yeah, so that is called session
session
management.
management, yep,
Okay, so the same cluster members we will group two servers as replication groups.
yep,
Okay, at the time the session will maintain one server is front, I mean one server is main server and one
yep,
server is backend server.
backend servers,
Okay,
okay,
yeah, so immediately the changes, I mean suppose MS1 is handling the request, immediately that transaction information, that session information, each and every task will
yep,
be saved automatically, replicate
in
to MS2.
MS2, okay,
So yes, in that case the session will be
yep,
maintained
maintain, yes, correct,
until the transaction finished.
okay.
Okay, so
What if
this
both
is,
servers down?
sorry,
What if both replicated servers down?
we have MS3 and MS4 there, no?
It won't support session management, right? Again, the
It
customer.
won't, yeah, it won't support, but the servers are very high level, right? So
Mm,
10,000 transaction means, I mean, this is very high.
yeah,
So I mean, if ATM application also for 1 second, 10,000 requests means very high.
Okay.
So there is no problem, it will maintain.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, we can group number of servers, 5 servers we can group. So it depends on application critical. So
Mm-hmm.
depends on application requirement, application request. We will create number of servers
Okay.
in replication group. If the 2 servers are not sufficient, we will group 4 servers
Okay.
like that. So that is our job, right?
Okay.
So these are all the topics. I mean terminology in WebLogic.
Okay.
We will use these terms daily.
Okay.
Okay. And what is the application flow? Application,
Flow or what?
yeah, request flow. You know the flow. Suppose we are requesting applications, right? We are accessing application. So
Accessing
you know
application.
what? Yeah, accessing applications. You know what happenings internally.
Mm,
Exactly what happens.
uh,
How the
if you,
application is getting. How the application is. I mean login. How the application is. We can use that application. Anything.
like
Your normal
yeah,
Gmail also.
you see this one. You're using your what do you call? If you're seeing your right hand side screen, that a go to meeting
Mm,
screen. Everything is an
mm.
application over here. Okay. Chatting is an application.
Yeah.
Attendees is an
Yes.
application. Okay. This
Yes,
mic
correct.
thing is an application. Everything.
Mm,
If you hit that
mm,
mic thing, it will
That
unfollow.
is
I mean,
it depends on application.
like
Suppose take
Google
take
email. Yeah. Whatever the instances you are seeing on that screen on the Google
mm, mm,
page, everything
mm.
you are seeing on that, it's an application. Okay.
Yes, application. So the question here is how we are getting that application once we request. What are happening internally? Okay.
Um, if you hit an application, that means a request. We
That
call
is
the request.
application.
Yeah.
Everything is application only, but
Mm.
how we are getting those links, how we are getting those pages and all. What is the internal? How the server is processing? How the servers are processing? Suppose, for example, here I'm trying to access Google application. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so when I type Google here,
Mm.
enter, Google application came.
Yeah.
Okay, so how this application is coming, from where the request is going, from where, which server it is hitting, and I mean what is the front end and back end, what is the request, from where it is going, what is the internal transactions it is getting.
Yeah. You explained it about above. You say, when you hit an application, suppose I'm a customer. Okay. I'm just entering login details or something. Okay.
Mm, mm,
So, it when the request comes, when you hit an application, the
mm,
what do you call the load balancer or routers? There is a routers. It's sent to
okay.
a server, and server will send those things to a database, and the database will give your information to back to a server,
Mm,
and server
mm,
will again give your information to the what do you call a client or customer.
yes, correct.
I don't know exact what you're asking, but I thought if an application has been hit,
Mm.
so that
The
is the
request flow will be like that.
yeah, some server has to accept that request, and that server has to pass that request to a database, and
Mm,
then receive the information from the database, and then pass again to that information to the customer.
mm, okay.
That's the
See,
purpose of a server. Server has to accept a request from the
mm,
from the customer or whatever request. Server thing has to accept the request and
Mm,
pass that request to the database, and then get the information from the database and
mm,
pass that information to customer
mm.
or
Yeah.
client.
Here all the requests cannot go with the database.
Hmm.
Only the application having login.
We call
That
that thing as
application,
IHS or something.
yeah, IHS is web server.
Mm.
That's what I am going to tell. Suppose see this flow,
Mm.
user or client.
Yep.
Okay, user or client trying to access some application through HTTP or HTTPS.
Yes.
Okay, so that request first come to web server or proxy server.
Yes.
Okay, so here web server means either Apache. We have different uh, web servers, right? Apache
Yep. Yep.
or OHS,
Yep.
depends on application, IHS,
IHS.
whatever.
So here we
Okay,
use
so web
IHS. So
here we use OHS in
okay.
WebLogic Oracle HTTP server
Okay. In
or
VAS we use
uh,
IHS. Okay.
yes, web server Apache is we can use anywhere, but Oracle people use OHS
Mm.
and IBM products they'll use IHS, but
Mm-hmm.
the functionality is same. The IHS and OHS are acquired from Apache only. That is Apache code only. But they
Mm-hmm.
made it for comfortable to WebSphere and WebLogic.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the client requests through HTTP or HTTPS, that request comes to web server or
Mm.
proxy server. We can say anything. The
Yeah.
web server identifies the request either
Yeah.
dynamic or static. If it
Mm-hmm.
is static, the web server itself give the response to the client.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we can deploy the static pages in web servers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if it is dynamic, that request comes to
Application
application
server.
servers through the HTTP request. Application server does not handle HTTP requests. It handles RMI, remote
Mm-hmm.
method invocation, IIOP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so using these protocols, the application server will respond to the client request.
Okay. Yep. And then
Okay,
it will
suppose
send the
here
request to.
I'm trying to yes. Yes, because see this is the static page.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the static page. When I'm trying to access this Gmail application, that request comes to web server. Okay, so the web server displays this page. Okay,
Yes.
the web server displays this page. After, when I'm trying to log in this page, okay, that request comes to application server.
Application server. Goes
Okay,
up application.
then the application server, yeah, that application forward the request to database because this is login application.
Yes.
Okay, suppose the application is doesn't have login. Okay, those type of applications, application can respond without database. So
Yep.
database is not required for without, I mean, non-login pages.
Yep.
Okay, so this is application flow, what happens internally.
Yep.
Okay, so now we will see the architecture of WebLogic. It's like WebLogic WebSphere architecture only. There is no much difference. because WebSphere and WebLogic both are JVM instances. So that means it follows Java architecture only.
Okay.
What is the J2W architecture? The same architecture WebSphere and WebLogic follows.
Here also we deploy all the JT Java based applications, right? Like that.
Yeah. So this is the architecture of WebLogic, and both are same J2W architecture or WebLogic or WebSphere, anything, both three are same.
Yeah.
Okay. If you observe here in left side, there is clients, web client. Web client means browser.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second client is applet. Applet means just Java Windows. Okay.
Okay.
And the third one is client application. Client application means EJB.
Okay.
Okay. So left side we can see the front end user or client who is trying to access the application.
Okay.
Okay. And that request comes to application server here. Application server is in middle.
Yeah.
Oracle WebLogic Server,
Yeah.
J2W application server. Here we have two types of containers. First one is web container. Okay, so web container. What is meaning of container? Container means it is execution environment. JVM is one container. JVM container executes Java applications.
Yeah.
Like this here web container. Web container means it executes web pages.
Okay.
Executes web pages. So what are all the web pages we have? Servlets and JSP.
Yeah.
Suppose if you deploy war files,
Mm.
war files,
Yeah.
the war file will be executed in web container because
Okay.
the war file contains only the servlet and JSP and HTML code.
Okay.
Okay, and we have another container called EJB. EJB container maintain session EJB, entity EJB,
Yeah.
and message driven EJB. So here message driven EJB is not there, but it will serve messaging applications also.
Okay.
Okay, so this container executes EJB code. Okay, so both of these container, web container, EJB container are in application server. Okay, that's why we are able to execute enterprise applications in application server. Okay, and if you come down here, these are all the services provided by the WebLogic. Okay, JNDI,
Yeah.
Java naming directory interface.
Directly. Yeah.
Okay, so JNDI means Java naming directory interface.
Okay.
That means each and every object in Java program
Has a
having
name.
a
Heading
unique
or
name.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Whatever the name or the heading of the application,
Yes. Yes.
when application requests something,
Hmm.
it has to be some name. It has to be called
Ah,
by some
yes,
name. Yeah.
yes, yes. So individual names they maintain.
Yeah. That's the protocol
Okay.
it follows, right? First it went to
Mm,
change
mm.
yeah.
Next, JAS. We already discussed about JAS, Java Authentication and Authorization Services, and JMX, Java Management Extensions.
Okay.
Okay. So this is very important because JMX is the main configuration. Suppose you are doing configuration changes in your environment. Suppose you are creating the server, or you are configuring the JDBC, JMS, or you are executing some deploying the applications. Okay, what are the configuration changes in your environment? At that time, JMX will be invoked. Okay,
Okay.
JMX having objects, JMX having objects, those objects will use for to do the configuration changes in WebLogic server. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
so what are the changes we are doing, that time JMX will be invoked. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
JMS, Java Messaging Services, and JDBC and
Yeah.
JTA.
Yeah.
Okay, and RMI, Remote Method Invocation,
Mm.
IIOP. Okay, so here remote method invocation means, suppose I have deployed enterprise application in WebLogic. Okay,
Yeah.
the request is first the request is coming to web container, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you see this arrow is coming to web container.
Web container.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, see the no other requests are coming to EJB container.
Yeah.
Okay, all the requests are coming to web container only.
Yeah.
Okay, suppose this is business application I'm trying to access from the browser. Okay,
Okay.
at that time web container take the request.
Yeah.
Okay, but the business code is not deployed in, not executing in web container, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
At the time the web container forward that request to EJB container via RMI.
Okay. Okay.
These two protocols used for to send the request, business request from web container to EJB container.
Yeah. Both
Got
the
it?
Samlet and JS. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. So RMI means remote method invocation. IIOP means internet intra object request broker protocol.
Okay.
Okay. And JX, RMP, these two are also protocols, but we never use these JX and RMP. Okay.
Okay.
Just this is one of the service. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. And then coming to backend, in backend we have directory services.
Okay.
Directory means active
Yeah.
directory
Yeah.
where we can store the data.
Data. Yes. It's a path. How to go to directory and then.
Yes, yes, correct. So and DBMS or DBMS, Relational Database Management System, nothing but a database.
Yeah.
And Cobra. Cobra is one of the database.
Yeah.
Okay, and Java applications and message queues and web services.
Yeah.
So these are all the things in backend, and
Yeah.
front end we have client request, and we are in middle.
Yeah.
This is WebLogic application server. Okay,
Yeah.
this is about architecture. So any questions?
Oh, no.
Everything is clear now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm learning
So
few
then
basics over here
we will.
actually. Without knowing all the basics, I'm working on that. Um,
Okay, okay.
someone installed the product. Someone created all the workloads.
Yeah.
Someone configured the applications. Hmm. I know the process, but I
Okay.
never get a chance to install a product and configure the
Mm.
application. Okay. Right now
Okay,
I'm
okay.
doing all the
I,
configurations and deployment and
mm,
troubleshooting.
that is already
The
predefined.
technical
I
aspects.
mean,
Exactly. Yeah. It's already yeah. It's a running environment.
existing environment.
Okay.
You won't get chance like this to learn these things
Yeah.
in
Mm.
real time. Now you understand everything what the basics needed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Then we will go with installations. Before installations, first we should prepare our environment, system environment. What are all the
But
prerequisites?
yeah. Whether the system will is compatible
Yeah.
to install the product or not. Yeah.
Mm.
System requirements.
First thing is operating system.
That's why I told you to copy these notepads.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, I
Okay.
saved as a class one. I will share it to you. Yesterday I have shared. Did you
Yeah, I
receive
got
my?
that one. Yeah, I got that one. That's why that is the main reason. Otherwise, I don't need it actually. But I know
Mm-hmm.
these are all the small information, but it is the useful information.
Yeah.
Mm. 90% of the
Everywhere
people.
basics is very important everywhere. If you use
Yeah,
or not, that is
yeah,
secondary.
yeah,
But if you know the basics now, you will get more confidence. If you
yes,
then you can work directly.
yes,
Project means someone will give you KTs and all, but
exactly.
you should know the basics. If you know the basic, then you can ask them the
Yes,
next things and all.
yeah,
So here operating system, we have Windows client, okay,
Yeah.
and Windows server and Unix, okay. Windows client, we have Windows 7, Windows XP also there, but we are not using. Windows 7 and
Mine,
8.
I got 10, I think.
Sorry,
I got Windows 10, I think.
Windows 10.
So usually we use what do you call the installation manager over there to install a product. What do you call
Here we don't have installation manager.
it?
Directly we can install product.
Okay.
That's why WebLogic is very easy to do administration.
Mhm.
Linux,
Do you think it is easy without having installation manager? I think if you have an installation manager, that would be easy, I think, no?
installation manager introduced from 8 version 8 VAS 8. Before that till 7
We have to
there
install
is no
silent,
installation manager.
we have to go for silent installation, so
Direct GUI or silent.
uh,
Okay. I
UI
worked on
is called
6.
installation, right?
Sorry.
GUI is called a installation, like GUI, it's a general user interface, like by seeing
Mm,
everything.
mm. I worked on 6.1 ND.
Mm-hmm.
6 there is no ND. From 6.1 ND introduced network deployment.
Yeah,
6.1 6 is there. 6 and 6 base and 6.1 base
yeah,
and 6.1 ND. After
okay,
that 7.
yeah,
After that 8.
yeah,
Okay. In 6 and 6.1 there is no concept of
profiles and all.
installation manager.
Yeah,
Only ND is there, DMGR and application servers, and profiles also we have only four
four
profiles.
profiles. Yeah, now they introduced
Cell
it.
7. So these I mean admin agent, job manager, these are all introduced from 7.
Yeah,
In 8 installation manager introduced. Okay. Linux and AAX, HP Unix and Solaris, 4 operating systems.
yeah,
Okay. So for Windows we use .exe file, and for Linux, for Unix flavors we use .bin.
yeah,
Okay, binary files. Okay.
yeah,
And here we have 32 and 64 bits
yeah,
for Windows and Linux.
yeah.
Okay. So WebLogic Server is available for all operating systems,
Okay.
and 32 and 64. That's
Okay.
why it is platform independent.
Yeah.
Okay. You can install in Windows, Windows clients, client missions, we can install the separate software, and servers separate software, and for Unix flavors separate software. For
Okay.
32-bit is separate, 64-bit is separate.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is about operating system. Okay.
Okay.
Then coming to RAM. RAM minimum 2 GB is
Yeah.
required. Minimum 2 GB, and up to you can utilize till 64 GB. In real time we can see 64 GB RAM systems also. Depends on servers.
Yeah.
Okay. And processor from i3. i3 dual core also we can install, but in servers we cannot find a dual core. i3 to power systems. See, actually, being an administrator, we should know the configuration of your servers.
Exactly. Yeah.
What is the operating system? How many processors are there? What is the RAM size? What is the hard disk size?
Yes.
So we have to know these things. Without these things, we cannot install blindly.
Yeah.
Okay. Hard disk 40 GB space is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Up to you can utilize whatever 1 TB. So these are all the prerequisites of installation.
Yeah.
That means blindly you can install anywhere.
Yes.
So, but we should know the minimum things. Okay. So I'm stopping here. These are all the basics.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we will start installations.
Okay. So
Okay.
how do we do, like we can install in Windows by itself?
Linux I am using
Okay.
Linux 6.4 I'm using now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In Windows also we can install. That is not a problem.
Okay.
But there is no
Usually.
much difference in Windows and Linux,
Okay.
because we are doing server administration, not operating system administration, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there is no much commands, only some cat command, VI
That's it.
command.
Yeah.
We use the simple ls commands like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
CD, ls like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So we will go with Linux. If you are comfortable, Linux, or otherwise Windows, anything.
No, no, it doesn't matter. Usually, for practicing. What I'm saying is, like we don't have Linux environment here. How did you get a Linux? Did you download it or what?
Linux SDR people will give you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Check with Vasu. He will provide you.
Okay. I will ask him. Actually, I don't have Linux in my system. So I
Ask
will
him.
ask.
He will give you. Okay.
Okay.
Software also he will give.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I will share in Google Drive. You can download.
Okay.
Or you can download from Oracle. I will show you.
Yeah,
It's very
that is
easy.
easy because whatever the things you guys are repositories,
Ah,
whatever the guys you guys
ah,
are sharing, sometimes it will
mm,
get virus and all the stuff. You can't install the
yes,
file properly. That's what
yes.
it happened to me before. So I better go to
Mm.
Oracle site if they have any trial versions. That would be great.
Trial versions are available for all.
Okay,
See,
we need
I will
just a
show
trial
you.
version is enough.
Yeah. So go to oracle.com.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is a link downloads.
Yes.
Go to downloads. Here you can see middleware, Oracle Fusion Middleware, including Oracle
Oracle
WebLogic
WebLogic
Server.
Server. Yeah.
Okay, click on this.
Okay.
But you have to register first
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
with your
basic
credential.
credentials.
Give
Yeah.
some test credentials.
Okay.
You can use for the credentials for all Oracle products. You can download. Okay.
Yeah.
So here you can see the versions, all versions.
Yeah.
Okay. If you come down here, see all WebLogic, Oracle WebLogic Server downloads. Click on this.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yeah.
accept the license agreement here. Okay, you can see from 12C also there, but
Okay.
12C is for development only. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
and this is generic file. Again, you have to install Java version 8.
Okay.
Okay, in Windows it is available. For Linux it is not available.
Okay. Okay.
In Windows you can practice 12C also.
Okay.
Okay, accept the license agreement. Just come down.
Yeah.
In the same page, just come down. Here you can see WebLogic 10.3.
Okay. Okay. So you want me to go with 10.3?
Yeah, 10.3. Go with 11G. 10.3.6 means this is high end. I mean, the last version of 11G.
Okay.
Okay, the version started from 10.3.3.
Yeah.
The last version is 10.3.6 in 11G.
Okay.
Okay, here you can see operating system wise
Yeah.
Linux, Windows,
Yeah.
okay, Mac OS,
Yeah.
32-bit and 64-bit, everything,
Okay.
generic files also. Okay,
Yeah.
better to
So
go
the
with
Windows.
32-bit,
Okay.
Linux 32-bit or Windows.
Windows. Yeah.
These two. Okay, I will share you this link. Register. Okay,
Yeah.
so access this link and register. Go and accept the license agreement and
Yeah.
download.
Yeah. I
So it
just.
is like it is 1.5 GB, I think, software.
Okay.
Okay.
So what we will do is, if possible, why don't you install the product in my system and let me know? So is that make any difference?
There no difference. Your Windows or Linux, your machine.
Windows.
Yeah, you can install. No
Okay, we'll
problem.
see. We'll see how it goes. Or else you show on your system, maybe I will try to practice on my system to download all these things and install, try to install.
Okay, install in Windows and practice.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so you will get a file like this.
yeah.
See this one, WLS 10 1036 underscore win32. You will get file like this. Okay,
Yeah,
you
I
can
will go
directly
back
install this.
and store this one.
Okay.
When you download the repositories, it will show like that. That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Okay.
Only one file. Only one file you will get.
Okay, okay.
Installable file.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you install VAS ND 8.5, you'll get a three files, I think. Where do you stay, in Bangalore or what?
I'm in Bangalore.
So are you saving those classes as well?
Sorry,
Are you saving that class notes as well?
class also.
No. Currently, I'm working on manufacturing domain.
Which domain?
It's a manufacturing domain.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I sent you the link and no class notes also.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, download. Then we will come with installations tomorrow.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Amma. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll catch you.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.